Good evening, Juno. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me. Just shuffling up some cards here. Oh, that's sweet, Juno. Thank you. Hi, Flowing. How you doing? I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Juno. Hi, Carnomancy. How you doing? Hi, Indigo. How are you? Thanks, everybody, for joining. Hope you're all doing well on this fine Wednesday. I'm just shuffling up some cards here. I have a question for you guys since I've got you here. So when I was finishing up my live with Sophie, I noticed that there was a comment in the chat that said that when they watch my videos back on replay that they're all green and garbled. I watch all my videos back and I don't have an issue. Has anybody here ever watched anything that I've done back on replay and found any problems with it? I'm curious. Gardemancy says only 2 batches of peanut butter fudge to go. I love it. That sounds totally yummy, Cardomancy, by the way. I love that. Yeah, I watch all my videos back, mostly because, being honest, I see the comments in the chat, but oftentimes I miss things because I'm shuffling cards and asking questions and stuff, and so I watch it back just to read the comments, and I haven't had any issues, but you never know, right? So December 22nd, who can believe that we are at December 22nd already? December 22nd. I can't believe that we find ourselves just 3 days away from the big holiday for those of us that celebrate Christmas. That's good. I'm glad. Thank you. Flowing and Indigo and Cardomancy and Juno for all answering that question. I appreciate it. Do you guys have any plans this year, or are you staying at home? Or unfortunately, my sister and her family may have got the virus, so they are waiting for test results to come back. So we will not be spending Christmas together this year, and we did not spend Christmas together last year because of the situation that we were in. So, and I think the year before that I was snowed in. So the years fly by, but the minutes sometimes drag on forever. Yep, they certainly can do that for sure. Hi, Anna Banana. How you doing, love? Hi, Janet P. How you doing? Oh, thanks, Indigo. That's very kind of you. Yeah, the numbers are like crazy in Canada. They're just escalating like crazy. Things are going well, Anna. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. I'm obviously concerned about my sister and her family. But other than that, I am well. Thank you so much. Flowing says, my sister and bro-in-law all have strep. Good grief. Well, hello, Sharon. How are you? Hey, Jay. How you doing? All right. I think I'm just about shuffled up here, folks. Yeah, the Kelster's tired today. I'm tired. I am a tired camper today. But it's hump day, right? It's Wednesday. It's hump day.
Are you on?
Yeah.
Because I'm on the schedule one and there's nothing there. There's a bunch of people in the chat. 4 or 5 people, 7 people.
I'm on video and I'm talking to people.
How many people are in there?
5, 7.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Indigo.
That's weird.
So, guys, I have a bit of a technical difficulty. Apparently, I have 2 videos scheduled for the same time, which I'm not really sure how I did that, but bear with me here for a moment. Bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Okay, that's me because I'm chewing my gum, so I know it's me. And that's me. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I apologize. I'm back. Okay. So. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Anybody want to share anything? Anybody have anything that they are having issue with? Want to tell us a funny story? I do want to say to everyone that was in the live with Sophie that I appreciate all of you so very much, sending those prayers out to my sister, and also for all the love that you guys shot back at me when I got a little overly emotional. I appreciate you all so very much. So very much. And I thank you. Oh, here, love. I'll put my email in the chat, okay? And then you can email me. Indigo, just bear with me here while I grab my keyboard. Okay. Helps if you can spell. Look at that. All right, that's my email. So hopefully that helps. So yeah, so I just want to apologize for getting overly emotional, but I appreciate all of you for, again, being so loving and so supportive and so kind. You guys are phenomenal people, and I adore you, and I appreciate you, and I love you. So thank you. Thank you, Juno. Appreciate that very much. Okay, let us start with a flower, a language of flower card. So it's not weird, you're weird. There's an egg commercial here in Canada that does this whole bit where it says, yeah, like, I'm not weird, you're weird, and all this. That's why I'm saying that, in case anyone's wondering who the heck I'm talking to. Juno says there is a toxic protein that is released when we cry. It is cleansing in more ways than one, right? And that is definitely something that I need to work on. I am not one to let loose with my emotions very often. However, on this channel, I have done so many, many, many times. Indigo says, don't ever be sorry for sharing real emotions. We're honored you feel safe to share with us. And I say that right back to you guys. Are you off, Flowing? I hope you're feeling better, by the way. If you're off, I hope that you have a great night's rest and sweet dreams. We'll see each other soon. I will be popping up throughout the week. Oh, thanks, Jay. I love that. We're all weird and it's beautiful. Right? Oh, I got all kinds of cards flying out. Okay, so I've got two cards here. I've got African Violet, Spirituality. Look at that, folks. What a lovely way to start. African Violet, Spirituality. It's time to connect with what you believe. Love it. And we have Everlasting Daisy, Fortitude. Be brave and dig deep. Be brave and dig deep. I think I'm feeling it. The cards are speaking to us. Juno says, Brisbane, a town near me in AZ, has their motto, keep Bisbee weird. I love it. That's beautiful. Hey, Ron. How you doing? Oh, is it raining there, Sharon? It was snowing here all day. But that sounds fabulous. Cozied up next to the fire. Did you have yourself a hot chocolate? Nothing better. Nothing better than cozying up by a nice fire. All right. Whoop, that came out real fast. Gina says, I had a reading with Cindy of Soul Print Intuitive Tarot, and she emphasized that I need to incorporate more violet in my life. This is the 4th time since that I've seen violet messages. That's awesome. I love that. Tea and my Merlin on my lap. I love it. From the Soul's Journey Oracle, we have guilt. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's goals or my soul's growth. Interesting that the first card that we had out is Spirituality. It's time to connect with what you believe. And then this card is saying guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. That's interesting that those same sentiments are repeated in those cards. I love that. All right. Sharon loves purple and violet too. Indigo says, I have major issues with guilt. Anna says, pick the card for the collective. Wishcraft. Send a letter to the universe. The world loves me. Love it. I love it. And you're right. The world does love you, Anna. I love you. All right. We are going to pick a little card here from the Moon Magic deck. Just a little wee message to get us rolling. And we have, I think this is an interesting card. I am curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. I'm curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. It's an interesting message. Sometimes I wonder who the heck I am. Sometimes in terms of sometimes I think I've got myself all figured out and I know who I am, and then other times I'm like, no, I don't. I have no clue. I want to go back to right. That is why and how we all follow or found out each other. Or maybe it's because of what Jay said, because we're all weird and beautiful, or a combination of that. I wanted to go back to what Indigo said about issues with guilt. Coming from a person who was raised in an environment, and this necessarily wasn't just like my parents, this was like my family, really. There's a lot of guilt based stuff, right? And it is so interesting to me how people adapt that policy as a way of, manipulating a relationship or manipulating a situation, right? I don't necessarily believe that people do it with bad intentions, but somehow it seems in retrospect like that's exactly what they were doing. I've struggled with guilt all of my life, but not the feelings of feeling guilty for doing something, but the being guilted into doing stuff that I didn't feel was right or I didn't want to do, but because I didn't want to disappoint, this person or that person or whatever the case may be, I ended up doing it anyway. It's not easy when you try to, and Sharon was talking about this when she was here on Monday. It's not easy when you're not true to yourself, when you're not listening to your intuition or your gut instinct or that little voice in your head, or because you're not honoring yourself, right? It's interesting to me that even though we know that it's wrong and we know that it affects people in a negative way, it's still so common to have that done, if that makes sense, how I just said that. You feel guilty on all levels. It's an evil cord attached to oneself that's hard to break. I'm sorry, Indigo. Like, I think I really only ever felt guilty about one thing, and that was the thing that I was talking about in the live. And I'll try not to get emotional again. I feel guilty that I allowed my anxiety to hijack my power and me, my life. So I feel guilty that I'm not the sister that I once was, and I'm definitely not the aunt that I once was, and I'm not the same wife that I once was either. And I feel a lot of guilt about that, but I'll be honest when I say this, and this isn't like a therapy session, but I will be honest, and I will say this, that even if they told me, which they have many times, that I shouldn't feel that way, and they love me and they understand, that kind of thing, and they've been very kind and loving and compassionate and supportive. I don't think that how do I articulate this? I think that I have felt so lost, for lack of a better word, for so many years, that even if I flipped a switch and I felt like I was my old self again, an hour from now, I have absolutely no idea why I feel this way, but I don't think that guilt would go away, because I feel like I've done something wrong. And I think that's where the guilt stems from, where I am concerned. I've always had a huge issue with disappointing anyone that is important in my life. Whether it be like a boss or my mother, my sister, my nieces, my husband. I don't want anyone that I care about or hold dear to my heart to ever be disappointed in me. And it is an impossible level that I have, or standard that I have held myself to, that only recently have I recognized and realized that I'm setting myself up to fail. There's absolutely no way that I can achieve it. I'm still trying to work out why Kelly being Kelly is not good enough ever, prior to and now. So I don't really have any, words of wisdom where that particular topic lands. But honestly, in those moments when you have that clarity, because I believe that we all have those moments, right? I refer to it as my rational moments, when my anxiety subsides and the nervousness goes away, and I actually feel like I can function as I normally would. That's my rational moment. And in those rational moments, I realize that it's like telling yourself, I want to lose 5 pounds by such and such a date. Well, you've already set yourself up to fail by doing that, because you've given yourself not an impossible target, but a target that you're making narrow, because you put so many like sort of ticks along the trajectory of it, if that makes sense, right? If you just said, well, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, because I want to look better, or I want to be thinner, or whatever the case may be, that doesn't seem so daunting of a task. When you say that I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, it's like, yikes, get out the lettuce. I think as human beings, we're all very, very, very hard on ourselves, and we all want ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. And especially to the people that we care about, I also think that that's, normal to want to present yourself in the best way possible. However, when you start to do things more for others than you are for yourself, in terms of, allowing them to dictate to you, or to rule to you, or to sort of stifle your own voice or your own power, that's when it becomes difficult. And that is where so many tools that we know about today can be used to help us. Mirror work, for example, is a great way to build your confidence and remind yourself of the power that you hold inside. And I've done that many, many times. I would say that mirror work is probably the best one for me, in terms of realizing my fullest potential. If you get what I'm saying, right? People don't really give mirror work enough credit, because it can do a lot. It can do a lot of stuff if you allow it to work for you. It can do a lot of stuff. Anyways, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but I did want to say that. Hi, Marie. How you doing? I think all of us suffer from that a little bit, right? We all want to be the best version of ourselves. What did Anna say? Oh, that's sweet, Anna. Sunlight, allow your own light to shine through in yourself and light your own way. Our inner sun warms us all. Yeah. It's a very good comment, and it's a very true comment that that your inner light does, shine up within you, and then, outwardly with beautiful rays of joy and light and love. But when you convince yourself that you're not yourself, or you're not good enough, whether you have that love and light coming out of you or not, you will never be able to see it or recognize it or feel it, because you won't allow yourself to. And that ties into what I was saying. Like, that's where my guilt comes from. Anyway, I did pull 2 cards. I've got bronze, which is strengthen your body. I love the image of that. Reminds me of like antique tin on that image. And then I pulled this blue card, which has a gorgeous image on it. And it says, activate your healing power. Activate your healing power and strengthen your body. And that's exactly what we were talking about, right? I mean, the power that someone can hold over you with guilt, or the power that you can hold over yourself with your own self-guilt, if you want to call it that, or a negative self-talk, or along those lines. If you've ever experienced it to the point where it feels like it has stopped you in your tracks, or made you do something that you wouldn't otherwise normally do, it is really powerful in a negative way. And so you really do have to activate your healing power and take charge of it, right? Hi Linda, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Indigo says I have the elemental deck out tonight. That was a card I pulled. Oh, I see. I love it. I love it. I think Jay has those cards too, right? If I'm not mistaken. I pay attention to people's oracle cards because they speak to me. You heard it here first, folks. Anna has an addiction. 2 cards. Juno says self-flagellation. I can't even say that. Never got me anywhere, but sure resulted in a lot of physical pain, right? Yeah. Yeah. For anyone who suffers from anxiety, and I don't mean to keep saying it like, what I have is worse than what anyone else has, but the physical symptoms and the physical stuff that anxiety can do to you is like just ridiculous. And I had no idea. I had no idea. And I don't know that if I didn't experience it myself that I would ever believe anyone telling me that, some of the things that they're experiencing is due to their anxiety. I would have thought they were full of it. To be perfectly honest, it's stunning and not necessarily in a good way. But I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. But yes, it absolutely can be crippling, if you allow it to be. And when I say allow it to be, I don't want anyone in this chat or ever to listen to this video and say to themselves, this girl doesn't understand, that she's like healed and now she thinks, no, that's not what I mean. It can be crippling. It has defeated me. Many a time has it defeated me. It has hijacked my life in more ways than I could possibly share. However, since finding this community, I have found my power, realized that I still have power, let's put it that way, and I'm trying to activate my power every day so that I don't allow it to cripple me any further or hijack my life any further. And so that's why I mentioned about the physicalities of what it can do to you. You guys are talking to each other, okay? Bipolar, depressive disorder, PTSD, APD, depression, mind disorders. We are in constant recovery. We are survivors, Kelly. Yep. Oh, thanks. And I appreciate, both of you guys saying that and going, I started this channel for one reason and one reason only. Actually, for 2 reasons. One reason because I wanted to be able to provide a safe place where people could share and maybe get some tips and some tools to fill up their toolbox so that they had more options to help themselves. And also because I don't want anyone to ever feel the way that I did. And if I could, help anybody not feel that way, even if it's just for a few minutes, then I feel like I've done something important. So I really appreciate you saying that. Thank you. And it's a huge step. I'm so proud of me too. That might sound a bit silly, but I am. I'm very proud of myself. I am very proud of myself. And I'm proud of each and every one of you. Can I just take a moment and say to you that I have sat here in total amazement with some of the things that people have said in this chat over the course of, the month, almost 2 months that I've had my channel going. Some of the things that they have said have absolutely blown my mind. people are just so brave, and I am so touched that people trust me, and the other people in this chat, you know, with their stuff, good, bad, or otherwise. All right, my friends, let us pull a Zodiac moon deck. A Zodiac moon deck, a Zodiac moon card. Told you guys I was tired, sorry. I love these cards. Moon in Virgo, contentment. The chance to boost health and vitality leads to satisfaction. So that is 2 cards that we've got about healing our bodies. One about activating our healing power. Interesting. That's funny, Indigo. Juno says you can harmonize emotions, attitudes by holding your fingers, thumb for worry, index for fear, middle for anger, ring for grief, sadness, and a little pretense trying to. Cool. Linda says, Kelly, you are doing great work on yourself and have a positive impact on others here, including myself. Oh, thank you, Linda. So kind of you to say. Every time I come on here, you guys give me hope, and I hope that I give a little bit of that back to you. And if we can do that for each other, I dare say that we are making great progress. Great progress. Okay, the cats are running. Things are happening. I don't know about that, Marie. Maybe somebody else in the chat knows how to stop tinnitus. No, but what is going on? No, with the cats. Want to say hi? Well, no, they can't. They can't see anything. Don't do that. That's rude. Come over and say hi.
Hello? Going back upstairs. Oh, in your bathroom upstairs, can you start a GoFundMe section on your chapter?
Yeah, I'll start a GoFundMe so we can get a bathroom upstairs. Yeah, I'm on it. I am on it. We have Pig from the Archangel Animal deck. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. You know, I have heard so many people in my lifetime, and I'm sure that you guys have too, say things like, well, you know, when you hit 30, you learn to speak up for yourself. When you hit 40, you don't care about what other people think or how they feel about you. When you hit 50, so on and so forth. And I used to be like that when I was younger. I'm not like that now. I personally think that it's because I hold on so tight. And I've said this before, because my circle is so small that I hold on very, very tightly. So, hi, Janet. If I didn't say hello to you already, I apologize. How are you doing? Yes, hope is a great thing, Linda. Absolutely. How are you doing, Janet? You doing okay? I don't know. My kitties are going absolutely bonkers over here. I'm not really sure what's going on. Yesterday, somebody was in the tree, like just hanging out in the tree, in the Christmas tree. I mean, just sitting there. Aw, look at the card. Look at the card. I love the love card. From the heart chakra, my friends, love. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. I love that. Oh. Anna says, when I realized other people thought better of me than most of my family, I stopped caring. That was around 15. That's sad, Anna, is what that is. But I know what you mean. And when I say this, I mean nothing negative or nasty, but it is a question that I had to ask myself. So I will say it to you. And you don't have to share this with us. It's just, right? Obviously, if that happened to you when you were 15, or was happening, and at 15 you made that decision, you know what's going on in your life a lot more than I do. But my question that I asked myself was, what was I doing to make it seem like nothing I did was good enough, that somehow I couldn't measure up? I understand that there's past hurts and traumas and things that lead to that becoming an issue. But at some point, I had to look at myself, almost like I was looking at another person and say, like, what did I do to escalate this situation? Because it seemed like it was in control, and then it was like totally out of control, if that makes sense. And my issue, I think, started to stem from when my parents got divorced. I became so dependent on my mother's acceptance and approval because I didn't have my father's acceptance and approval like I did before. So I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I was constantly seeking that. And then, this, I don't know how many of you know this or not, but I was married before. And that was not a good situation by any stretch of the imagination. And everything I did was not right. Wrong, bad. And then I, beat myself up because, I didn't do that well. And, so as I got older, it became more and more apparent to me that I was not living up to this ridiculous standard that I had set for myself, as I said before. And so I was constantly pushing myself up and trying to over top of the wall, and I never could get there. I've always given way too much crap about what people think of me. Way too much. Good night, Indigo. I hope you have a wonderful rest and sweet dreams. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you so very much. And I love it when you pull cards with me in the chat and share them. It's so kind of you to do that. Thank you. Anna says, it is the voice I hear in my head all the time. Dad telling me I was fat, ugly, and stupid. Nothing I could do to change the issue because I was not exactly like my sister and he was a drunk. Yeah. But those words hurt and they stick, right? And that's the thing. I mean, I don't like talking about my ex-husband just because it seems like pointless. that, you know, how you're called, you know, honey or sweetheart or whatever the case may be. My pet name was Fat Ugly Bitch. Like other people are called dear, I was called Fat Ugly Bitch. And I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail, but I'll just say this. He used to refuse to be seen in a public place with me because he was embarrassed by me. But he would tell me that. So that did absolutely nothing for my self-esteem, nothing for my self-confidence, and it did absolutely nothing for the fact that I was like, I don't really care what you think of me. It was like, oh my God, like, you know, he thinks I'm less than, and so I most definitely am. And then I would run around like a fart in a minute trying to prove, you know, that I was worthy. So glad I got out of that. But anyhow. Oh, that would be awesome, Indigo. I would love that. You send me an email. You've got my email. I put it in there for you, right? Send me an email. We'll get something going on. That would be awesome. No, absolutely, Janet, and I definitely know that. I mean, the reason that I mention that is just, you know, we're talking about not giving a crap or giving a crap, or that you give too much of a crap. And we were saying that, I was saying that, you know, people as they get older often say that they give less of a crap as they get older, you know, because they've learned, right? And I seem to have gone in the reverse. I care more now than I did before. Yeah. I mean, I get like everything's a learning experience and all the rest of it, but you know, there's a limit, right? Like Anna was saying, like there's a limit. You shouldn't have to have something, you know, beat over your head with a 2x4 for you to get it. But we all get the lessons that we need to learn, apparently. All right. Oh, excellent. I will read it as soon as I'm done here, my love. Juno says, I would still recommend a harmonize both sides. Seems good, more is better. Yep. Okay. I'm wearing the pattern right off these puppies. Did you see that? We keep pulling this card, friends. It's like every night I've been on in the last little while, I've pulled this. Wood Nymph Beauty. I mean, you know, you just sit there and you just soak it all in. Love yourself up. I love this card. I just love that card. Love that card. You finally figured out that it was an inside job? That, my friend, is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. An inside job, for sure. We're sitting at -6 degrees Celsius here with some kind of weather warning happening. It snowed all day, like that snow globy kind of snow. Wasn't even like pretty snow because you couldn't see it because it was so like blowy and windy. Oh, the cards are flying, people. They are flying. Okay, I've got 2 out. Is that it? We're done? All right, we're done with 2. All right, so, and interestingly enough, there's animals on both of them. So the first card that came out, this is the Native Spirit deck. I love this image. Warrior of the Heart. Warrior of the heart. Beautiful. Warrior of the heart. And I love that message, warrior of the heart. Like, I love that. And the second card that came out was elder. That's a beautiful image. Love it. Elder. Hello, Miss Sherry. How are you? You are right on time, my love. Right on time. Juno says, and I got to the point with the orange menace that I refused to give him or his ilk any of my energy, not even anger, because they love that. Doing that actually helped me to heal a lot of stuff in me. Good for you. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm interested. I'm not going to say that I'm not interested in what's going on. I mean, I don't even live in the States. I live in Canada. But what happens in the States, you know, affects the world. And so I'm interested. But I can only handle so much at a time because it makes me crazy. So I just sort of walk away from it. All right. From the language of flowers, we have foxglove, confidence. I just love these little cards. They are so cool. This message, this is kind of like, I want to write this on a sticky note and stick it around my, you know, somewhere, like in my bathroom or whatever, right? Be what you want to see. Be what you want to see. I love that. I love it. It speaks to me. I don't really know what else to say about that, but it speaks to me. Are you living? No, I don't live anywhere near North Bay. That is way out in the boondocks. I mean, some people think I'm in the boondocks. That's like way in the boondocks. Way out in the boonies. I don't know. What is that? Kelmar, are you still there? What is that? Like 6 hours, 7 hours away from us? It's like way out there. All right. I have pulled here from the Little Mini Moon Magic deck. I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. Love that. Good cards we're getting here, peeps. Juno says, oh, sorry. Marie says, this is going to sound really silly, but last summer I fell, hit my forehead, got 5 stitches. Is it possible to poke my third eye out? Because I haven't heard my son since then. Oh. I mean, I am not a person to probably be answering this, but I would think that it's possible that maybe it's blocked somehow. Now, I was just listening to someone talk about was it Adrian? You guys help me out. Was it Adrian from Red Lentil Healing that was saying that, like, this is what is this? Like this cartilage right here that's, or no, maybe it was Autumn from Black and Orange Tarot. It was somebody that was talking about like not like your cartilage, but like literally there's like a calcification kind of thing that happens right here, right where your third eye is, and that you need to constantly cleanse it. Does anybody recall what I'm talking about? I don't want to sound like I'm cray-cray, just repeating stuff, but I'm positive that I remember someone saying that. Yeah, there's something about in here that this that some kind of like a calcification kind of thing can build up if you don't use it or cleanse it or something along those lines that I heard. I'll really have to use my brain here and think about where I heard that from. But basically they were saying that you have to constantly keep this in good repair, no different than you would, put like moisturizer on your skin. That's the way they were explaining it, which I think is what Anna Banana is saying there. Gino says my family has a cabin way out in the boonies in North Bay with civilized by comparison. Yeah. Anna Banana says you're magic. All of us have to learn how to invent our lives, make them up, imagine them. We need to be taught these skills. We need guides to show us how. Exactly. If we don't, our lives get made up for us by other people. 100%. Sherry says, been doing that all day at Juno. Okay. It's all good, Marie. That's what we're here for. Let's ask questions. Let's talk about it. That's how we learn stuff, right? Knowledge is power. Lynn says, be a control freak about yourself. You can control your own thoughts, emotions, and reactions to everything around you instead of trying to control everything outside of you. Yep. See, I got a problem with that. And when I say I have a problem with that, I legitimately have issue. That is one of my triggers, I guess you could call it, for my anxiety. And that is that I want to control situations. So that's a bit of an issue for me. I'm working on it, but it's really challenging. I don't know what it was, Juno, to be perfectly honest. I heard someone talking about it on a show within this community about that very thing, about this calcification situation that can happen. And that's the way they explained it, was calcification. The technical terminology, I don't know. Oh, okay. Thank you, Linda. So I'm not cray-cray. I appreciate that. Sherry says, no, I haven't heard that, but it makes sense. Pineal gland is connected to the third eye. I don't know why I just read that, Juno, and all I could think of is, like hip bones connected to your thigh bone. I don't know why. I'm sorry. That was really random, but that was what I heard. I read your comment. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my marbles over here, folks. Anna says, I have missed many of her videos, so I cannot say if it was her or not. Gina says that there are videos on YouTube that can help clear the pineal gland. Sorry. Oh, excuse me, how rude. I have more info on it, but I have to get out my books. Oh, wow. You really hit yourself hard. My goodness. The YouTube videos are music, etc. to help clear the pineal gland. Cool. Sound healing can help with clearing. Excellent. Sherry says, I hear you, Kelly. I'm a control freak myself. You know what? I don't think that I am a control freak. I've never thought that I was a control freak. And when my therapist said to me, like, I think you have an issue with controlling situations, right? I was like, no, I'm not like that. And I don't know if that's where the problem comes from, and why it's so difficult for me to sort of navigate that is because, like, if I am, I'm not aware that I am. So because I'm not aware that, it's not like someone said, well, you play with your hair a lot and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally do. No, as your fingers are twirling in your hair. I wasn't aware that I did that. And I don't know that I do that all the time. It was a defense mechanism for situations that I'm not going to go into in great detail surrounding my mother and my father's illnesses, as and their passings and afterwards, right up until, okay, I'll share a detail with you. I'm still waiting for my stepmother to tell me that my father actually died. My dad died in 2013. So, I was helpless. In terms of, there was nothing I could do, in my father's case, right? I mean, I was just like a piece of furniture in a room, just standing there waiting to be moved from one side to the other. Where my mother was concerned, my mother told me, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. And so I believed her because I had no reason not to. And it turned out not to be that way. And again, I was put in a position of not knowing what was true, what wasn't true, what I was like, am I supposed to do something? Did you tell me this for a reason? Like, it made me crazy, literally made me crazy, because I had no control over the situation in which I was told that I had total control over, if that makes sense. But on a normal situation, or a normal whatever, I don't think that I'm a control freak per se. I can be, controlling. I'm a Leo, sorry, but I don't know that I'm a control freak, but I get what you're saying. Oh, hi Suzanne, how you doing, love? Part of my head was on my body weight on concrete. Oh my gosh. Juno, good Lord. It increased your intuition by a lot. Oof. You guys are going to give me the willies. Juno says, I also took a full bat swing to the third eye when I was a kid, stood too close behind the batter. Good Lord. I hit the metal arm of my bench. Ouch. Okay, stop it, you guys. Seriously. Ugh. You almost said hello to yourself. I love it. That's funny. Linda says, I am a control freak-asaurus. Once you recognize it, you can start changing it. Yeah. That's funny. Well, Suzanne, I barely know right now how I am, but thank you so much for asking. I think I'm all right, but I don't know. I barely know. I'm starving is what I am. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink to the moderator in chief. You know who you are. Marie, are you? Because that's interesting. I'm a Leo sun and a Leo rising. That's interesting. Oh my goodness. But now tell us, Sherry, did that set him straight? Like, was he like, okay, I'm not messing with you? Let's not do a poll, Kalmar. Can you put my water on for me, please, please, please? Here you are, here all alone, laughing at yourself. Suzanne, girl, I do it all the time. Don't even worry about it. Control issues can stem from never having been in control of your situation. It's funny that you say that, because, forgive me. I barely remember what the heck I did 5 minutes ago. Never mind. what I did 10 years ago or 2 weeks ago. But somebody in one of the last couple of chats that we had said something about that it stems from like way back in your childhood or whatever, and it made me think of stuff, and I think that might be where the control comes from, in terms of, if I don't control a situation, and now see, my husband's in the chat, so my husband can tell you that I don't try to control a situation, but if a situation feels like it's going sideways or it is out of control, I am the person that will step up to bat and take over the situation. And I am calm, and I am like, I'm a total cucumber. Like, I'm just like, I'm handling it, right? And I don't freak out. I don't, that's not me anymore, but that's how I used to be. And so I think that comes from, like, the now part comes from the fact that I couldn't do that, like that I could do that before so easily, right? If that makes sense. I don't really know. I can't really explain it. Anna is laughing my ass off. I almost asked you 10 minutes ago if you had eaten yet, because my stomach started acting up for no reason, right? Sorry, I missed it. Who wants a dual, what? Kelmar pre-Christmas show Friday night. Vote for Kelmar. Like, excuse me, first of all, whose channel is this? What is happening here? Are you trying to take over? Oh, gosh. Sherry says, no, it didn't change a damn thing. He's still a pain in the ass, but I love him anyways. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, not the pain in the ass part. The love him to bits piece. Kalmar says, I will come on for the entertainment piece while Kelly handles the important stuff. Yeah, right. Suzanne says, sounds like leadership. Yep. Still at times, Kelly, when needed. True story. Thank you, Dara. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't freak out until after everything is over. 100%, Sherry. I'm right there with you, girlfriend. High five it. Juno says, one of the biggest messages I've gotten through this pandemic situation is that it is very important now more than ever to let go of the past. We got to focus on the future. Absolutely, Juno. I am trying with everything in me. I don't need a hype boy. Right now, I need a flippin' sous chef. If you could get to the kitchen, put my water on, please. Oh my goodness. Honey, seriously, like, my head's tingling. Like, no joke. Oh. Anna says, at Sherry, voices from the swamp. Exactly. You don't have time to freak out in the moment when it's all done and you second guess everything. Yep. I'm stressing because I've got tingles in my head. No, Mark, seriously, can you do it now for me, please? Can you just put the water on? If I tell you guys, sorry, I'm having a cigarette. I'm just feeling some sort of way. I'm just so tired. And when I get like really, really, really stressed, I get tingles in my head. And I don't have tingles in my head. Sorry. Oh, Anna, you crack me up, girl. Honestly, I've lost all control. Speaking of being a control freak, there's like absolutely no control. Like, everyone else is driving the car but me. I'm like, look, Mom, no hands. That's what I'm doing. That was so funny. Oh, I love you. That was just hilarious. It's like when you when you phone someone and like you're both having totally different conversations but at the same time. That's what's happening right now. This is hilarious. See that, Mark? Prickly pear juice. That's what you need. You guys, I didn't eat all day yesterday, and I barely ate the day before that. So I am a hurt unit. Now, part of the reason why I didn't eat is because I didn't feel good. And when I get, when my anxiety goes, my stomach goes, and it's like this whole thing, right? And so, anyway. Let me somewhere in my head when I fell asleep. It's been a while. Aw, Marie, that is so sweet. Oh no, I totally do, and I don't. I am all preach and no do. What's that saying? Do what I say, not what I do. That's me. Oh, now that's normal for Sherry to have 2-3 conversations at once. Oh, sorry. Right. So can I just tell you guys something? Because I'm all about I don't want anyone to feel alone. Yeah. Well. Okay. So if you all could see my desk, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13 decks on my desktop right now, like on my desk, my Surface desk, right now. And the reason why they were all out all day today, and the reason is because at 5 o'clock this morning when I was awake, I decided I was going to try something. And so I was making a plan, right? And I'm going to blow. Okay, so basically cover your ears and pretend like you're not hearing this is what I'm saying. Because I feel like sharing and I don't. And I know that I'm going to be like, why did I say that? I shouldn't have said anything. But anyhow, so I was sitting here at 5 o'clock this morning and I'm trying to I came up with this great idea. Oh, I know, I'll try this. And so I was trying something out. And it didn't work, and so I kept trying to do it and over again, reorganize the flow. And anyways, long story short, I found myself giving myself a reading as if I was doing a video, right? Like how I do my weekly pick-up piles. And I'm like, and so I believe that what the message is telling us, that's what I was doing. Oh my gosh, you guys. And I wasn't even aware I was doing it. That's the point that I'm making. That I was doing this whole presentation of this reading that I was doing and talking to myself as if I was a client or in the chat or something. It was hilarious. And I was like, girl, you need to go to sleep. Oh my gosh. I cracked myself up. I crack myself up. Totally, I crack myself up. All right, who wants a card? Tell me what card you want. I got all kinds. I've got Postcard from Spirit, Guiding Light. I've got the Language of Color, the Sacred Forest, the Soul's Journey, the Native Spirit, the Zodiac Moon, the Archangel Animals. I've got the Guardian Angels, the Chakra Loves, the Flowers, the Mini Moons. Listen, you know what? Of course, Anna, there was a lady that I used to work with who would tell you that if you said, it's like, sorry, I was just talking to myself. She's like, it's okay. When you answer yourself, that's when you have a problem. That's what she used to say. It's fun. I don't know what I was doing. I was just going on. I don't know what I was doing, Linda. Honestly, I was just having a moment. I was basically rehearsing as if I was recording, which was funny. All right, let us pull a native spirit card for our friend on a banana. Whoops. A message for on a banana. Oh, look at that. Like totally flipped over. You have ancestors, my dear. Ancestors. I love the image on this card. That beautiful, beautiful sunset. I believe that's what it is, or maybe it's a sunrise. I think it's a sunset though. And the birds in formation there flying over. Beautiful. Now where the heck are my books? Right there. There they are. Allow me to read the message to you, my darling. Ancestors. Ancestors. Honestly, thank God these are in alphabetical order because I still can't find them. Card meaning. Wisdom is blooming. Even if there are unsettling situations in your life, there's a reason for it, and much good will occur as a result. Your ancestors are sending you incredible support to fulfill your dreams. Be aware of the coincidences, signs, and synchronicities around you. Watch for messages from your forebears. No matter what's occurring on the surface of your life, your prayers are being answered in mysterious ways beyond your awareness. Your native spirit wants you to know there's wisdom that dwells deep within your cells. There's a spiritual bequest from your ancestors. This wisdom has come not only from your forebears' joyous, carefree times, it has also bloomed from their failures, deflated dreams, and seemingly wrong turns in life. Part of their message to you is to cherish every experience, for all of it will deepen your wisdom, compassion, and understanding as it did theirs. Also know that there is an innate wisdom within you, always. It's simply a master of turning within in order to access it. Native people always call on their ancestors for support. To ask for their help is to walk the native path. Sometimes you may be so focused on what's outside you that you forget that wisdom is available to you from the spirit of your ancestors. Be willing to ask, for they want to support them. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hi, Sharon. How you doing, love? Oh, hi. Whoop, hold on. No, I'm going back up. Native spirit. Practicing for the future, doing personal readings. You never know. Suzanne says I talk things out with myself. Sometimes I do it in public. Laugh out loud. It's all good, girl. Sherry wants to have an oracle pulled. What does spirit need her to know? All right. I'm going to pull a postcard from spirit for you, Miss Sherry. All right. For Miss Sherry, we have, dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave, and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved, and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world. Interact with it and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that were the truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or cavernous, chaotic or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much. Rainbows explode in the ether. That's a nice card. Yourself is a good thing. Yes, I'm sorry that you're still not feeling good, Sharon. That's unfortunate. We wish you. We wish you. I don't want to say speedy recovery, but we wish you to get well soon. Juno says my internet keeps dropping off, signing off, but want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Juno. Thank you so much for joining us. Blessings to you. Sweet dreams. I'm sure I'll see you over the holidays. Did you like that shirt? Oh, hi, Shivy. How you doing? How's it going? Oh, I'm absolutely freezing. Oh. All right. One hour and 23 minutes, friends. I'm doing good. That was Postcards from Spirit, it's called, Sherry. And I would love to show you the box, but unfortunately I dropped the box down the side of my desk and I can't get it without assistance. So, very professional. We're very professional on this channel. Now, it's called Postcards from Spirit. So, they look like this on the back side. They kind of look like antique-y kind of looking old postcards or old letters. You can't get it while I'm on here, dear. I'm doing well. Thank you, Shivy, for asking. Day's going okay. Mark, can you close the door for me? Please, I'm freezing.
When people see my butt.
Well, everybody turn your heads for a minute. Can... Sorry. Maybe just turn up the heat. I'm like freezing. I've got a headache. All right, we're going to pull from the Guiding Light Oracle deck.
Vote for Tumblr for Friday night.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, you guys, I don't know what is happening. The holiday spirit is clearly arrived for someone. All right. Whoops. We almost lost all the cards, folks. This is a huge deck of cards, and they're super big, and they're super slippery. Most of the time I end up with, 60 cards all over the place, but we're getting there. All right. We have card number 50. I love the image on that. Reaching out. It is time for you to reach out and ask for the help that you need. Hello, I need help. No. It is time for you to reach out for the help that you need. Okay, thanks, honey. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to pull a card from every deck we got going on the desk here. Just boom, 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 boom. Whoops. Honestly, you guys, I don't know. Sherry, you should come on and read with me one time. Want to? I mean, anybody can. Wants to join me. You're funny, honey. All right, from the Language of Color deck. Ooh, I love this. Look at this. Look at that card. Gorgeous. We have Brown, establish boundaries. Establish boundaries. Well, that speaks to what we were speaking to earlier, right? About controlling situations as well as guilt, right? Oh no, I didn't mean now, hon. I meant like sometime anytime coming up in the future. What time zone are you in, Sherry? Like it's 10:29 here Eastern time. Are you in the Eastern time zone? I think I have your email from an email that Allie had us all on. I'll send you an email and we'll figure something out. One time you could, oh, you're Central? Okay. One time we can just chit chat, hang out, throw some oracle cards, do the thing that we do. Oh, Suzanne. All right, we already have a card out. Oh, this is just a beautiful card, my friends. Beautiful. Look at that image on there. All the butterflies, the rainbow, the waterfalls. Rainbow waterfall miracles. What a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Rainbow waterfall miracles. I love it. Love it. Love it. So, you said no, but did you give her the money? That's the question. And happy birthday to your daughter. Yes, it does. We'll have a good time, Sherry. False Teeth Realtor is going to come on with me. It's going to join me here on the 29th. On the 29th, she will be here with me. Whoops. I'll try to fit it in well, because I know you're off, right, Sherry? You're off for a bit. Your little vacation or Christmas. You know what I mean. Mark, what are you going on about? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you doing? Good for you, Suzanne. Where is it? Boundaries. 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 There's the camera. Boundaries. Yes, ma'am. Go back to work. Okay. We'll set it up for sometime between tomorrow and January 2nd. You want to come on Friday night, Mark? I didn't even know I was coming on Friday, so. Blame is from the soul's journey. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I accept responsibilities for my well-being. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Good for you, Suzanne. Anna, you're hilarious. Hi, Rada. Welcome. How are you doing? Whoops. All right. We have from the Native Spirit deck, we have a smudging ceremony. Smudging ceremony. That's gorgeous card. Love it. My baby turns 32. Awesome. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Sure. What kind of question do you have for us? Sure says Friday's Christmas Eve and I'm standing date with my son on Christmas Eve. We share a little spice rum and watch Die Hard. That's our. Oh, that's lovely. Nothing like a little quality time, right? Mark, if you want to come on, you can come on. Absolutely. We'll let you throw some oracle cards and I'll work the chat. How about that? Good night, Sharon. I hope you feel better. Sweet dreams. All right. From the Zodiac Moon deck, we have Eclipse in Leo. Compassion. Shine brightly like the star you are. Woo, woo. Love this card. Eclipse in Leo. Compassion. Shine brightly like the star that you are. All right. Where did the question just go? I just seen the question. Do you feel my parents will happily agree about my decision to marry my boyfriend? Do you feel... Oh, sorry. I was just pulling random cards. Do you feel my parents will happily agree about my decision to marry my boyfriend? So, Rada, I don't use tarot cards. I pull oracle cards, but yeah, I'll pull you a couple and we'll see if we can't piece a message together for you, okay? Bear with me here while I shuffle some up. Give me one sec. Okay, so I pulled 4 cards for you. So this one here is from the Guiding Light Oracle. Okay, reevaluation. It is time to reevaluate your present circumstances and to begin to make changes where changes are needed. This is for you, Radha. From the Sacred Forest Oracle, meandering pathway, flow. Meandering pathway, flow. From the Soul's Journey Oracle, I have courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And then I pulled a Native Spirit card for you, Dream Traveler. Dream Traveler. So I'm going to pull one more card here for you. I'm going to see if we can tie this up for you. I think what this is telling you to do is that, you know, you're concerned about either your parents' answer or their reaction. And this is telling you to, you know, follow your dreams. If this is what your heart wants, then follow your dreams and, you know, stand in your power. Find your inner strength, face your fears with confidence. If you feel this is the right decision for you. Of course, you want your parents' blessing and you want them to be happy. But if you're confident about it, it's about what you want, right? Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is from the Guardian Angel Oracle deck. Message is positive outcome. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes. Whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. So I hope that helps a little bit. The message there is, you know, if you believe that that's what you want to do, then you follow your heart and don't let anyone tell you no. I'm just reading all the comments, sorry. Whatever they say or do. Marie says next month I see if it's safe to fly to Texas to Florida, see my folks in February. Oh, you want me to pull some cards on that for you? Alrighty, so I'll do this for Marie, and then I'll pull a card for the collective, and then I have got to go because my din dins is ready. Yay! I can hear kitty cats crying. You guys, it feels like it's like Friday or Saturday. Like it really, really does. Here's the thing, Rada. I don't know if their blessing's going to come through. I would love to be able to tell you that it is, if it makes you feel better, or I would love to just be able to say one way or the other. I really couldn't say whether the blessing is going to come through or not. I think that you need to have a little bit of faith in your parents as well as yourself. And I understand that you obviously know your family and your parents better than I would sitting here. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you love somebody, right, and you want to be with them, and you're doing it respectfully, where you're going to your parents and you're asking them, for their blessing or whatever the case may be, they can either say yes or they can say no. What you need to decide for you and your partner is whether or not that matters to you. Right? So if their blessing matters to you, are you going to change your mind if they say no? If you want their blessing, but it doesn't change the outcome, then that's a much more positive way to look at it. And when you go to your parents and you say to them, this is what I want to do, and we would like your blessing. If you tell them that their blessing matters to you, you want to respect it, but you're going to do it anyways. It's really just a formality, right? And when it's a formality, my point is, you've already made up your mind. You've already made a decision. And that's what I think you need to do. You need to decide for you what you want to do, because you're the person that's getting married, not your parents, if that makes sense. All right, Marie, we're almost there, my love. One more card for you. Oh, nice, Linda. I'm sorry when you're throwing oracle cards, because you got to shuffle all the decks. It's not like I'm using one deck of cards to tell me an answer, right? All right, so I have, when I pulled from the Sacred Forest deck, I got two cards pop out on me. So I've got Starry Night, Acceptance. I love the image on this card. Gorgeous. I've got Eagle Spirit, Freedom. It's a great idea, Suzanne, by the way. I've got Wolf. be independent, but work together. And I've got Sun in Scorpio, passion. A passionate, intense, or mysterious phase. So, Marie, I would say that this certainly sounds like you are headed to see your folks. It sounds like if you're determined to go, then you're going to go. If that makes sense, right? That's what I get from that. I don't know if that helps or not, but I hope that it does. That's a really good idea, Suzanne. Okay, I'm going to read I'm going to pull 3 cards for you guys as a collective, and then we're going to call it a night if you all don't mind. Because my din-dins is ready, because my sweet husband made it for me. Yes, Rada, what Suzanne is saying there, write it out in a letter to help you sort of prepare your thoughts. It's a great idea, Suzanne. Thank you. And let them know how much you love them, and, you know, that you hope that they can support you. I'm not a mom, but I can definitely tell you this. All a mother or a father wants for their children, or should want for their children, is for them to be happy. And if they believe that you are happy, then they will want you to be happy. And the only other thing I would say to you is try to focus on, you know, the excitement of how you feel and your future, and not so much about getting caught up in the dynamics of, you know, who's going to be okay with it and who's not. Because the minute that you do that, you're taking away from what's the experience that you're actually having. And it is a beautiful experience being in that stage of a relationship. So that would be about the only thing I would add to it. So I hope all of that helps. And thank you everyone in the chat for showing Rhoda some love and sharing your wisdom. Yes, I do need to eat, Suzanne. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was so tired last night, so I sat here and I was watching some Christmas movie. I got to the beginning part of the movie where the credits are, and it's like showing in, like, you know, just the beginning of the people and walking on the street and stuff. That was it. That's how long I was awake for. Like 3 minutes. Oh, it was so sad. All right. And one more. Oh. Whoops. It helps if you know how to shuffle, honestly. Oh, you're more than welcome. I just hope that it helps. All right, so I pulled a color card to close out the night for the collective, for the energy, for whatever we want to call it. This is our message, which I love. Scarlet, attract success. Scarlet, attract success. We have soul searching. Beautiful image on that card. It's time to go within and uncover your true feelings. And our postcard from the Spirit. Dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there is order. And we are always in awe of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter, whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw out any object that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum, as it gives space for brilliant new energy. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and to spirit free of distractions. You are so adored by so many. We hope you really know that. Awesome card. So, those two cards go together, right? All the cards that we got tonight spoke about what? Finding your power, standing in your power, setting up your boundaries, going within, soul searching, right? Beautiful, 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 beautiful cards. Good for you, Marie. Good for you. All right. My pasta is ready that my wonderful husband made for me. So I am going to go. I thank you all very much for joining me. As always, your support is phenomenal, and I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Thank you so, so, so much. I will be back. What day is it? Today's Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be back on Friday, on the 24th. I will put a notification up earlier in the day because it'll probably be before 9 o'clock, but I'll be here for a bit. So I hope that you guys can join me. If I don't see you before Christmas and you celebrate Christmas, I wish you and your families nothing but the very, very, very merriest of Christmases. And I hope to see you soon. And until we see each other again, blessings. Bye for now, everybody. Sleep well, sweet dreams. Bye.